there, everyone. Today I'm going to take a look at Batman 66, Superman, and Robot Batman. Why? It's an interesting question. Well, basically because they were on sale, and I found them interesting, and I just said, these are funny and interesting. I want to give them a try and just take a look. I don't want to dive very deep into this line. I do like the Batmobile and Batman, but, you know, I don't want to give this thing too deep of a dive. At the same time, it's Superman, dude. So, I gotta give it a look. So, anyway, I believe I'll go with Superman first and do the Robot Batman next. Superman, of course, is the Man of Steel. And after taking a look over the Mafex Superman, I didn't think I would ever buy a Superman again. Well, here's another Superman. There's a novelty to this, pure and simple. It's just a novelty. It's not, you know, anything else. The Batman 66 never had Superman. I think there's a comic where he appears in the Batman 66 universe. I'm not positive on that. Either way, it's kind of fascinating and fun. And I just decided, yeah, let me take a look at it and see what we get. So I will take a look at it. Let me get it out of the box, and here we go. So, here he is out of the package, and the first thing I'm going to point out is, of course, scale. He almost scales with Marvel Legends, but not quite. He's a little taller than most of the figures, so, again, you got to think about that, though, but, you know, it's like, I don't know, it's also that he's thinner, he's less robust. He doesn't quite look the part to me, is what I'm saying. He, that doesn't mean to say he looks bad. He just doesn't quite fit the bill. And, you know, again, you sit him beside some of these Marvel Legends and you're like, well, you know, gee, that's kind of, you know, it's like, yeah, is he there? But, I mean, it just seems something off. That's just my opinion. Of course, people will say I'm wrong, so yeah, whatever. No S on the back. The capes are pretty much rubbish as always. Very basic articulation. I would equate these to the articulation of a WWE Basic. And those are $11. Did not realize this whole line suffered from that. I know Todd doesn't like articulation. I don't know why, but, you know, I got this for $12, so I didn't get too burned on it. It's got some kryptonite here, a kryptonite shard, and some kryptonite here. Why? Because he has kryptonite. The look and appearance of this figure, I mean, I don't know. This doesn't look like George Reeves, doesn't look like Aaron Cartoon, doesn't look like anything I've seen. It's pretty different. So, maybe it's from the Batman 66 comic, I don't know. But, yeah, it doesn't look like any kind of base model I would have thought of. I mean, I'm going to say it this way, he's okay. He's passable. I wouldn't have spent the full $17 for this, though. The $12 I spent, yeah, that works. But, you know, past that, it's like, no, this is not a good figure. Not in the slightest. I mean, it's very cheaply made and very cheaply constructed, and there was no thought went into this. Nothing. It was just like, slap a Superman suit on a guy. Boom, we're done. So that's why I also got this. I'm going to take this out and see exactly what it is. I have no idea. Because I've never seen a Superman robot in the show, I am going to assume this is from the comic book. And maybe I'll learn something today, maybe not. But I'm going to get him out of the box and we'll see what we get. Okay, I left Superman out just to give you an idea of scale. You saw him with Marvel Legends, you can kind of do the math yourself. He's a little more robust than Superman, so that's for sure. But I'm going to move Superman over here for the time being. And you would not believe how close Superman is to the Ark of the Covenant. And now, he's got two guns, just like this. And it's going to be difficult for me to show you exactly how these fit in his hand. What you have to do is hook it kind of right here on this, sort of on his thumb. And then it's just held together by pressure. It's weird. Really, really weird. I don't like it at all. And then the same thing on the other side. And he's got two of these, so, you know, pew pew. Yeah, right. Anyway, I am remiss on one thing about Superman, and I do apologize. Let me get to that in just a second. In case anyone's wondering, it's not working the other hand. Jesus, Todd. Can we get some working toys in here, please? This is why I don't like McFarline. I mean, pure and simple, man. I mean, toys don't do what the toys are supposed to do. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I'm done. This is disappointing. This is majorly disappointing. Okay, leave that there for a second. And Superman cannot look up, so he does have a sort of fly pose, but it's gonna be really weird because he's gonna do that. I'm not quite lying down thing, but I'm looking at the ground, you know. So yeah, sorry, I was remiss on mentioning that earlier because I was a little frustrated, to be honest. I thought these would be. I didn't expect perfection, but I thought them to be a little bit better, and these are really rough. I kind of accepted some of the roughness on the Adam West ones. I don't like it on these two. It gives me problems. Of course, very basic articulation again. You want to have a long-winded explanation of a knee joint. Here you go. Doesn't really have much in this area, nor in this area. The feet don't really do much either. So the hands don't really hold the accessories. So yay, Todd has screwed us over again. Yeah, this is what I don't like about Todd. He gets something okay. I mean, I like the Batman 66. I like the Robin. I thought they were decent enough. Yes, they were done cheap, but they were decent. These guys, I mean, they just throw them together. Let's see what we get. And I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm going to keep them. I'm going to have them on either side of my Batmobile. I'm going to need a stand for Soups. That's for sure. That much is obvious because he does not want to stand for nothing. I mean, that's driving me a little bit nuts. It's just, yeah, I mean, what is wrong with this figure? It's like, I can see his legs wobbling, his feet wobbling back and forth, even though they're both flat. It's like, what the hell? Oh, boy. I mean, at least in the way of accessories, you had the onomatopoeia attack, which was funny. I mean, that was funny. This is, what the hell you doing here? Never appeared in the show, and looks like you barely put any effort into it. It's stupid. That's where I feel. That's not even getting into the swim truck ones and the, you know, it gets weird with this line, really. Alright, some final thoughts in a moment. And so, the reason I didn't have a background for this one was because I did want to bring in the Batmobile and Batman and Robin. This is probably how this is going to sit on my dresser. That's where it's going to. That's a very special place, by the way. There's not much there. There's my Anniversary Prime. There is my AT-AT and my Darth Vader TIE Fighter. Those are the only things that sit there. They're the only things allowed to sit there. So, I mean, I'm just trying to tell you, that's a pretty honorable place in my collection because nothing goes there hardly. Although I just listed off a bunch of things that I'm like, well, maybe you do. Alright, so I didn't want to see how tall Adam West was by Superman here. And yeah, Superman clocks in a little taller than Batman. Still, I think all these figures need to be taller. That's his knee. And, you know, possibly Brock. I know. Adam West wasn't that muscular or anything. You know, that kind of fits him, so it doesn't need to be, you know, a muscle man. But still, he seems a bit short, and so does Superman, and so does the robot Batman. They all seem a bit short to me, so they should be bigger. Well, that's what she said. Thanks, Chad. You ruined it for us. But I think I should have stopped with Batman and Robin at this point. I'm definitely not getting anything else in this line. I do have the Batman 77 line that I'm going to take a look at some point. I've got 4 of the initial figures, including Joker, Batman, Robin, and Batgirl. So I'm going to take a look at those and see what we get. But for this line, I'm done. I should have stopped at the Batmobile. I feel, even at clearance, I feel bad at getting these two. I am going to stand them beside of the Batmobile, just because, you know, I mean, they kind of look okay. I mean, they do kind of look okay from a distance. But they're not, you know, they're definitely ornamentation. They're not the main event. The main event is the Batmobile. So, yeah, I'm going to have them like either here or behind it or something. I mean, they'll be there, is what I'm getting at. They're not going to be in the forefront. You know, probably behind like this. And I'll just say, oh, those were kind of cute and they were part of the collection. So, you know, I just added them in. And, kind of thing. Because that's the truth of the matter, and I thought they were kind of cute. This makes me hesitate to buy any more. Really. I was probably going to buy the Joker and the Riddler, maybe. I don't think I am now. I had some frustrations with Batman and Bruce. But I had some real frustrations with these two. And after that, you kind of think, okay, this is for me. That is a little bit extra. But past that, forget it. Just forget it. Maybe the Batcave. I doubt it. I doubt very seriously I'm going to get the Batcave. But this is the end of the line for this line for me. I love this. This is awesome. There's some cheapness in it, but it's still awesome. These figures are not. And I'll even say these figures are not, but you know what? They're going to sit down in the car and nobody's going to really notice that their figures are bad. And these guys are going to be in the back with the same deal. So this has answered my question. Are these figures worth it? They aren't. But they're not, you know, I mean, they can be ornamentation and that'll be fine. They're not going to be a centerpiece in your collection. This might, if you're really into the Batman show like I am. But these guys, nah. And I'm not going any further with it. I am done. So, there we go. That wraps up this episode. I took a look at McFarline and yeah, we'll see what happens with the Batman 77. But I got a feeling I'm going to be done with that too. But we'll take a look, and till next time, same bat channel. Take care.